Scorpio, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from the Heart. Sorry, I'm just getting myself nice and comfy there, man. Hope you guys are really well. Thanks for joining me on your September 2016 general reading. And it was really lovely last month because I think I hit over 13,000 views for the August reading. And it's weird because this will not let up, this love shit that's going down with some of you guys. I don't know, it's really odd. Pulled the cards and what I saw was quite outstanding. But I just get the impression, you know, just to recap on last month's reading, and I think it was a pretty powerful reading, Scorpio, because I feel that it almost, you know, when I thought about the Moon card again as your advice card, I also recognise that for some of you guys, you could be feeling a very powerful pull, or have felt a very powerful pull last month. And, you know, sometimes when you get the Moon card, certainly for me as a reader, what I've noticed with that card, it can mean that the pull is not just on your side either, but it can mean the pull is on somebody else's side. So there's a very powerful psychic connection that maybe some of you guys might have been feeling in August 2016, either with somebody who you are with at the moment or somebody that you've not been with for a while. But I feel that the energy is still here, especially if you haven't seen someone for a while. It could be a new relationship, yes, but I strongly feel that some of this might be rooted in maybe a past lover, and that for some of you guys, if you haven't seen somebody in a while or you've not been around them in a while, the connection is still very much strong and alive, potentially between the both of you. Your general energy is the Lovers and the Empress. Both cards are strongly rooted in love. They're strongly rooted in strong connections. The Empress, for me, as a love card, she's ruled by the planet of Venus, the planet of love. So she's everything to do with beauty, attractivity, attracting love, attracting attention. She is to do with growth, fertility. You can see how she tends what she's done to her garden, and she has tended all of those crops and they've grown beautifully. So she's really stepped into a powerful time within her life. And you know that there is a very strong spiritual connection for some of you guys still going on in the month of September, whether you see it in your life or whether you don't. Especially if it's somebody from the past that you had maybe a very strong connection with. I feel that that energy is definitely around you in the month of September going forward. And we've got it with the Empress. And the Empress is a card about attracting in new love and the potential of new love prospering. So for some of you guys, yes, it could be a love relationship that has the potential for growth, that has the potential to move even further, to grow, to burgeon, to develop into something that is ripe and that is natural. And that is beautiful, a thing of beauty, because the Empress is also a thing of beauty. It might be also because the Lovers is based on the word choice. So it's the choice whether we're together or whether we're to part. We can still see each other. We can still see what makes our differences. One man has a penis, the woman has boobs. The woman's got a vagina, the man's got a penis, you know. The man's got no breasts. We see each other for what we are, and we're still attracted. So I feel that there is, you know, a sense of somebody who's around you, or somebody who you don't see, or they could be in your life, or they could be happening upon you, potentially. That there will be a very strong attraction to, that there will be something within that relationship, whether you see or you don't in the month of September, that has the potential for growth, I feel, with that Empress card, that has the potential to flourish, because the Empress also means to flourish. When you get the Empress in the reverse, it can mean a failed romance. Okay? It can mean something that didn't really flourish, it didn't really grow, there was no potential for growth in it. It wasn't something that could burgeon into what you wanted it to, probably because of so many differences in who you are as people. When it's in the upright, you see this lady and she's sat on a cushion. Yeah, so her cushion, everything is cushion. Her chair, there's a heart shape here that can sit, and it has something like I don't know what you call this, like a birth symbol or something, like a chromosome. I don't know what this is, but this is like conception here. And it's a heart, and it's got a conception type of symbol in the centre of it. which to me is kind of like the conception of love or the conception of new love. And I feel that, you know, there is a very strong, when you get threes as well for me, threes represent the potential for expansion as well, because a three we know is a triangle, and a triangle goes like that. So it's almost like the potential to expand on something that you already know is there. But, you know, the one thing I'd like to say about this reading that I find really interesting, Scorpio, for the month of September 2016, is that I feel that if there's some of this reading is not in your control, I feel that it's in somebody else's hands, okay? I feel that this is in somebody else's hands. And it is what they do that will, that will, it's not inspire, but that will dictate what happens going forward after September. Because I do feel that this is in somebody else's hands. Because it's almost like I'm looking at the reading, and it's almost like I'm not looking at it from your perspective, I'm looking at it from somebody else's, but the effects of somebody else's choice will affect you in a great way, or in a big way, if that makes any sense. What started me thinking was that we had a Queen of Wands showing first. I'll show you the advice card afterwards, only because I feel it's necessary to show you what the advice is for this reading afterwards rather than before, because I feel it will make more sense when I do it like that this time. We've got a Queen of Wands showing here. Now, the Queen of Wands is usually a Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. She's usually a Leo or an Aries. I read her as an Aries energy, but she's often been seen as a Leo type. So, you know, she's vivacious. Whenever you see a Queen of Wands type, they're really proactive, busy ladies. They like the gym. They like to look good. They're very good with their diet. They like to have lots of fun. They're very, filled with life and filled with joy. Men seem to be highly attracted to Queen of Wands types, which is why sometimes if I get personal readings that come in that people say, you know, I can't seem to attract the right type of individual, and I see this person as the Queen of Wands in an immediate future. I see that this person might be making changes, maybe with their appearance, or maybe with how they kind of look at things, or what they do, or, you know, they'll see themselves as this attractive, beautiful individual. Or they'll try and kind of come across as that, especially maybe if they're in Aries rising or something like that. You know, they will exude this kind of man magnet or female magnet power, because remember, Queen of Wands can be male or female in a general reading, or indeed even in a personal reading, indeed. It just depends on when you're born. But she is somebody who has a lot of self-belief, extraordinarily confident as a female. So usually with the Queen of Wands, it's like, on with the next. She's very, very quick as an individual, okay? She has an enormous power within the Tower, and of all of the queens, I feel that she is the one who is the most outgoing of all of them. She's filled with life and exuberance and, you know, whoo-hoo, here I am, that type of thing. So why is it that somebody's going to sleep on this woman? Because we've got Four of Swords showing here. You know, if this is your energy, Scorpio, it could be that in the month of September, maybe you're focusing on becoming more of this type of person, because maybe you are with this Four of Swords energy. The Four of Swords energy can sometimes mean, well, we wait and we need to go inward to assess who we are, and we need to kind of find, you know, it can also be to do with healing as an individual, so we take time out to convalesce, okay? But why do we have two completely different energies? One potentially explaining the other. So Queen of Wands is vivacious, she's proactive, she's busy because she's healing, Four of Swords. And she's healing. The two don't really complement each other in a way, because one is very fast and one is very slow. So one is proactive and one is inactive. Even though swords are active energy, and so are wands. Both of them are active energies. Your passive energies are the pentacles and the cups. Active energies within the tarot are swords and wands. So that's why they complement each other. And in a way, this Queen of Wands does complement this Four of Swords. But the Four of Swords, in terms of being active, it's active mentally. So there's mental activity going on when you see a Four of Swords. It's not like your Knight of Swords, where it's sudden and it's rush and it's very proactive energy that goes on there, where somebody's literally doing something. Like, Knight of Swords can be that you receive a message. Where do I receive a message from with the Knight of Swords? You pull another card here. I could be receiving a message either from a teacher, a mentor, a school, an establishment, somebody who's guided me, I could be receiving exam results. Okay, so the Knight of Swords often swoops in to deliver a message. Very fast message being received, okay? But with the Four of Swords, it's not about receiving a message, but it's more about receiving a mental message that you get through a time of contemplation. So maybe through being proactive in the month of September 2016, you're able to sort through some issues, potentially in a relationship. Maybe this is what you're focusing on, because we do have a Page of Cups here. And Page of Cups says, you know, we're being idealistic here. When you get a page, remember they're young and they're kids. So their minds work in a very young way. They don't work in a mature way. So when you get a Page of Cups, it can be somebody who goes into the realms of imagination quite a bit. So they might imagine themselves to be a movie star, or they might imagine themselves to be a singer, and but it's not just imagination, it's also being really kind of idealistic around things. So it's having a childlike energy around a situation. It's not really knowing too much. It's young, unevolved feelings around a situation that happens when you get this Page of Cups. It is literally the card of state. I mean, you can receive a message, but remember, when you get pages, according to what suit they are, that will dictate the type of message you receive. So if it's a Page of Cups, it might be a text message you receive, a lovey-dovey text message. It might be where somebody's being flirtatious or, you know, playful with you, because the Page of Cups is a playful energy, and is usually playful in terms of emotions. It's not very serious. Can be a younger lover as well, for example. But I feel for some of you guys, this Queen of Wands could be, okay, maybe the Four of Swords means that you take a break. So maybe you have fun, or you're proactive within your career because you're taking a break with the Four of Swords. And it could be over a relationship with that Page of Cups. Okay, something that maybe has been young and immature and silly and doesn't really... Because you're dealing with a queen and a page. They're two different things entirely. A queen is a mature woman. A page is a child. So for some of you guys, if it's a case of an older, younger lover, for some of you people out there, some of you Scorpio, Sun, Moon and Rising, you might be taking a break from this individual with that Four of Swords. Because you're just going to concentrate on more important things, career, things like that. So for some of you guys, it could be that, okay? And we do also have a King of Pentacles showing here. Now, the King of Pentacles is, and I'm going to explain this in two ways. So this is the first scenario I'm looking at, all right? The very first scenario. There's two ways I'm looking at this reading this month, Scorpio. So for some of you guys, the Queen of Wands is... instead of being, because we're Queen of Cups, right? So you Scorpio, you're a Queen of Cups or a King of Cups usually. And say you showed up here as the Queen of Cups. Maybe it would be a case of, you know, I need to... Queen of Cups is so much more for me of a gentler energy, because she really, you know, she's not the type who's kind of like all out there. She's not like showy like a Queen of Wands, okay? They're both just as equally as beautiful as each other and just as equally as intelligent. But with the Queen of Cups, she is more about... making spiritual and emotional and psychic connections with others. That's how she runs, because she is someone who likes to get into the heads of others, which is why she makes, like myself, a good tarot reader, or is why she makes a good healer or a good counsellor, because she likes to get into the head of somebody else. If I were to look at the Queen of Cups here, she would be too much in it, I feel, and she'd be too much in the situation. Queen of Wands, I feel, is somebody who can distract herself. Very, very passionate lady, but she's also very confident in the way that she knows that she, you know, she's fire. So she rages. She can swoop into a room and get every person's attention. That's what she can do as an individual. And in terms of confidence, she knows exactly what it is that she wants. So she doesn't let the emotional side of herself, I feel, govern what she does. She lets the she's not swords, so it's not even the rational, it's what she's feeling. So she can be a hot-headed individual. All of the ones can be hot-headed because they're fire. So she can, for a moment, just immediately be like, switch. Like, you know what? Fuck this. You know, this isn't happening here. It's fiery. It's like, nah, fuck this, forget it. And that's where she goes to sleep. Because maybe this is an immature relationship with a King of Pentacles who is actually only focusing on sex or allurement with the Devil card. Because he wants to offer love with the Ace of Cups. But it's juvenile with that Six of Cups. Okay? So for some of you guys, it could be, yes, there is a very strong relationship. And with that Empress card, it has the potential for growth, but only if a certain person will change. All right? If there is no change, then there ain't no deal. Okay? So you're Scorpio, so this has to be, if this is you, it has to be a side of you because you're not Wands. So your sun is not in Aries, Leo or Sagittarius. All right? It's in Scorpio. So therefore, it has to be that this is either your rising or your moon. It doesn't even have to be that. It can simply be that this is a part of you as an individual. That it's like, if you ain't going to be the type of person I expect you to be, then I don't want to know. Okay, so maybe for some of you guys, it's like the fiery side of you. Instead of being the Queen of Cups, where you're just like, you know what, I really feel this amazing connection and I'm still in it, but I need to kind of let it go, but I'm still, Maybe it's not that. This Lovers and the Empress card can be making a choice, maybe to love with the Empress. I make a choice to love. Because the Empress represents the word love and the Lovers represents the word choice. So choice to love. So for some of you guys, you might be making a choice whether you want to grow this relationship. Whether it's not that everything has failed, but there is a certain level of thinking around this. And we do have the Page of Swords as your advice card. And the advice card can be saying for the month, you know, stand up for what is true to you. Stand up for what is right. Stand up for what you absolutely believe in, Scorpio. So if you're in a relationship with someone, but they're not giving you what you deserve, if this person is messing about, and we know the Page of Cups can be somebody who messes about, because this person is in love with the idea of being loved, but can he or she literally front it when it comes to it? Can they? Or are they still immersed in the idea of the first flushes of love? But where we're taking it forward, where we're looking at a long-term relationship, can this person front it? Sometimes no, with that Page of Cups. That's the problem with the pages. They're young and they're juvenile. And when you get cups, it's juvenile feelings, juvenile emotions that can be prone to change at any moment it likes. 1 minute, I want you. The next minute, I don't know. 1 minute, do you want to come out for dinner? The next minute, I'm sorry, I'm busy. So therefore, for some of you guys, you might be dealing with an up and down individual who doesn't really know what they want. So therefore, it might be that you've gone to sleep on them. You're saying, you know what? I'm using my fire now to burn you up. We know that when fire meets dirt, it burns it, which is why sometimes fire and earth don't mix. So if you rage, I suppose, at this fire sign, the King of Pentacles, who I suspect for some of you guys it might be, and we know that the King of Pentacles likes earthly pleasures, so he likes to be in it. He likes to be in the thick of it. He likes fast cars, fast women, drink, cigars, all of those things that make life pleasurable. We also know him as a very faithful person because he is Pentacles. He is the King of Pentacles and he can be seen as being a loyal person. But he's looking across at the devil, temptation. And maybe for some of you guys, this is what's getting you goat in the month of September 2016, that there could be somebody around you who just isn't stepping up to the plate. And maybe this Queen of Wands energy, if it's yours, is raging. But maybe you don't take it out on them. Maybe you just go to sleep. And maybe that sleep means to ignore, which the Four of Swords can be the card of ignorance, somebody's phone calls with the Page of Cups. Because you decide, actually, I'm going to focus on my career and what's more tangible for me. I am focusing on you and your stupid little calls. I'm focusing on what's tangible and what's working for me. The Eight of Pentacles is working for you at the moment. So I'm going to focus on what is working for me right now. Because your stupid little immature behaviour ain't working for me. So therefore, bye-bye. I'm going to go sleep on you right now. Because I'm fire and I know exactly what I'm worth. That's the first part. And therefore the advice is stand in your truth. Be honest with yourself and be honest with the person. Even if you have to blank them, even in silence there is honesty. We get the truth a lot of the time. If somebody's not answering your calls after the first or second date, and it's a week, 2 weeks you've been ringing for, they're still not answering your calls, they're trying to tell you in their silence, I ain't interested. So there is truth in silence, Scorpio. Okay? So I feel that for some of you guys, yes, it could be a younger lover or an immature individual that maybe some of you guys are dealing with, that you have a choice to love on with that Lovers and Empress. And some people won't interpret those two cards, but I look at key cards as well. Choice to love. The lovers, remember, I recognise our differences. Even though I'm in love with you, I recognise that there are differences. Okay? For some of you guys, it could be that there is temptation with a beautiful woman. And maybe with the Page of Swords, you're trying to find out the truth. And maybe this guy is just tempted by something else. And therefore, you're going to sleep. You're not dealing with it. Maybe you'll deal with it in your own way with the Page of Swords, finding out the further information on this individual. The other way that I'm going to explain the reading, Scorpio, is to say that for some of you guys, I feel that this could be a lover, somebody potentially from the past, that you have not seen in a while. And I feel that last month, potentially that could have been the Moon card that showed up as well in your advice area, that was saying that there is going to be a very shared, psychic, intense experience that some of you guys might have been going through last month. And I feel that it kind of carries on, because the lovers in this situation can mean, you know, there is a very strong soul connection that has the potential with the Empress to grow and to burgeon. But it's kind of in the conception stages, because she's holding the baby in her stomach and it's not born. So it's not manifested yet. So there is something that has the potential for growth, but it's not yet manifested. Okay? Now, this is why I said at the beginning of the reading, Scorpio, that I actually felt that for some of you guys, that this isn't your call. This is somebody else's. Let's go back to the Queen of Wands again. Somebody has gone to sleep on this Queen of Wands. I feel that if this is a past lover, they might have been having a relationship with this individual. Because Queen of Wands can be, as I've said, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So I feel that this person could have been having a relationship with this individual. And I feel that this individual now is kind of defunct with this individual, with this King of Pentacles person, okay? The person from your past. Which is why we have the Queen of Wands looking over. Let's look at our tarot interaction. What is she doing? She's actually looking straight over across at a sleeping man. She's looking at somebody who's not being active. He's thinking. He's taking time out from her. Now, we know that this isn't you, because you're water, Scorpio. We know that this is a fire sign female. Maybe somebody who caught this man's eye. But we know he's gone to sleep on her. And he's thinking to himself. He's taking time out from her. Why is he taking time out from her? Now, if this is someone, Scorpio, that you haven't seen in a while, maybe they got with somebody else, and maybe you found a very strong connection with that person in the month of August, I feel that that person still feels a connection with you. Because I feel that he'll want to offer you love, Ace of Cups. Because he might feel that you're he or she might feel that you are their sweetheart, their true sweetheart with the Six of Cups. They might also feel that soul connection as well. Six of Cups can also be a soulmate card, because it's a relationship that has been forged in the past. It's a relationship that has been forged from way back, from your childhood, from probably many lifetimes ago. Okay? It's a very karmic relationship. All right? And I feel that this person feels, and also the Six of Cups is about people coming back from the past. Now, the reason why I say that the person could come back, but I think that they're more thinking about coming back. Or they're more thinking about forging something with you. Because for me, With the Six of Cups is one of those dodgy cards you get, that when you're looking at a relationship from the past, that's all it can ever be sometimes with that card. Not unless you've got a card that shows movement from the past. So you get Six of Cups, Judgment. That's movement. Because what you've got is the Six of Cups. This is the past card. So because it's relating to children, we can relate it to the past. Past feelings. Happy memories. But if that's a standalone card with an Ace of Cups, yes, the Ace of Cups seems to be coming out of the Six of Cups. But it could be where somebody wants to reach out from you, reach out to you from the past. They might want to offer you an apology on something that's happened in the past. But does it mean that they'll come back? Not necessarily. Because it doesn't, for me, show an active presence. It shows lots of feelings, lots of emotion, lots of wanting, lots of heartfelt emotions in those both cards, but it doesn't show me action. I need to see actions with the Six of Cups, so I need to see Judgment, where it shows a resurrection happening. So we've got a past, and then the Judgment card showing resurrection. Okay? Even the Two of Cups wouldn't do it for me, to be perfectly honest with you, with that Six of Cups. There could be potentially, yes, Six of Cups past, Two of Cups reunion. Reunion from the past. Yes, potentially, because it does show some action. Meetings. But even those then, sometimes this can be things that we want rather than things that are going to happen. So if I get Six of Cups, maybe Tower, I'm seeing maybe a revelation from the past. Or a blast from the past. Do you see what I mean? I need cards that like spring out at you. Along with a passive card, because the Six of Cups is passive. It's rooted in the past. So we need another card that shows something's coming out of that. Either resurrection with the Judgment card, or the Tower card, blast from the past. Do you see where I'm coming from? So cards that literally show a transformation happening from a passive energy of this card into an active energy of Judgment, or something like the Tower, for example. So I feel that this person has gone to sleep maybe on somebody else. And I feel there's somebody from the past, potentially. But I don't feel that they come forward in September. But I feel that the energy is all over it in September. This is why I feel it's somebody else's decision rather than yours, Scorpio. We have the Page of Cups that shows here. And Page of Cups can mean new love. It can mean immature love. Or love that did not develop, potentially. Or it can mean that maybe somebody wants to send you a message with that Page of Cups, but maybe they're working on it with the Eight of Pentacles. Because the Eight of Pentacles shows literally somebody who's doing something. They're working towards something. So maybe with that Page of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles, they'd be looking to develop a relationship with you. All right? So if we look at this as being the Page of Cups, underdevelopment, relationship, underdeveloped relationship, they might be looking to work on that underdeveloped relationship. So what is the next step that they take moving forward? How do I kind of re-emerge from the past? How do I come back to this person? How do I move forward to this individual? We also have this King of Pentacles. And I feel that this is the culprit. This is the guy, this is the girl, whatever you want to call them, from the past that would look to come forward. But look where he's looking, to the Devil. Now, I feel that if this is somebody who's from the past, what they're looking at, Scorpio, is they're looking at the very thing that kept you and this person apart. Now, the Devil, when you get this card, this Devil here stands in between two people who are chained. So these two people are chained to a very obstructive and a very destructive energy. This is the obstacle that keeps these two people apart. So this King of Pentacles, it could have been in the past you had a relationship with someone that didn't work out. There might have been a lot of obstacles in your way that you just couldn't get through. The person left, they went with someone else. They've decided that they don't want that person, but they want you. So they want to come back, but they don't know how to do it. They're working on it. They're working on developing the relationship. Maybe you just weren't mature enough, because this is you also, Page of Cups here. Maybe you just weren't developed enough. Or maybe the relationship just wasn't developed enough or mature enough to move forward. But now they're looking to move it into a place of maturity. But the King of Pentacles, which is the person who I feel could be coming back or wants to come back, looks at that Devil. And he thinks, okay, I'm looking at this Devil here. And the person who and our relationship. These two people here might be you and this person, and you're being kept apart by the obstacle in the centre of the reading, which is the devil. It's the obstruction. It's the thing that gets in the way. It's the problem. So he's probably thinking, well, how do I resolve this? How do I resolve this? It could also be, we know the devil is a Capricorn energy, and we know the Queen of Pentacles represents a Capricorn individual. Now, Queen of Pentacles is not you, obviously, but if you get a Queen of Pentacles and a King of Pentacles in a reading together, especially when they're side by side, and remember the Queen of Pentacles is Capricorn, this is her major arcana card, we know that it represents a very strong soulmate relationship. It means that you found your soulmate. I feel that he's looking over at you, possibly as being the devil. Okay? His natural and his real soulmate. This lady here, who he seems to have been with, is not this man's natural soulmate. He's not, because he's taken a break on her. He recognises that there's an issue there with her, and he doesn't want it anymore. But with you, he's looking straight ahead, and I think that you are his Achilles heel. I feel that you are his temptation, his or her temptation. I feel that you are his pleasure, because remember, the King of Pentacles is all about the earthly pleasures. What we find to be seductive, what we like. We know that the King of Pentacles likes the best woman, best cars, best places, best restaurants, all the rest of it. And I feel that as he looks over at the devil, and the devil is all about earthly pleasures, it represents the zodiac sign of Capricorn, which can be seen as the Queen of Pentacles alongside a King of Pentacles, we know to be soulmates, represent soulmates in a relationship reading, soulmates, people who are naturally bound to each other. I feel that he looks across at you because he knows that you're the one for him, but he doesn't know how to make things work. For some of you guys, it might be a case of that you are the person. And it might be that if this is someone from the past that you have not seen in a while, Scorpio, it could be that last month's moon, the moon that showed up in your reading, was a very strong attraction that was felt between the both of you, even if you haven't recognised it. And therefore, as the King of Pentacles looks over at that Devil card, what this kind of says to me is that this person recognises that you are the person that draws him in. You are the person that he cannot let go of. You are the person that he can't just shake off, because your seductiveness, your connection with him is so strong. And we know the devil is the major arcana of that Queen of Pentacles. So we know that this is a stronger, deeper. The only trouble with the devil card is when we talk about love, it can be an unhealthy love. So maybe this is why he looks at it and he thinks, I'm still deeply attracted to this person, but there were things that were unhealthy or difficult in the relationship. And that's why he or she doesn't come forward, because they recognise that they really possibly want to be with you, Scorpio, but they're recognising maybe, shit, I really want this person. And yes, maybe we could look at developing something with this Page of Cups, with the Eight of Pentacles after that Page of Cups, looking at developing, bringing something into a far more mature light, making something feel far more aligned with who he is right now, or she is right now. But shit, there were some massive obstacles there. How do we get over that? I want to offer this person love. Ace of Cups. Because they are my true love. Six of Cups. Remember, when you get a Six of Cups, it's about unconditional love. It's not about having any type of... This is the thing with soulmates, the lovers. If you read about twin mates and soulmates, yeah, you'll realise that they always have massive ups and downs. And what gets in the way with soulmates is their differences. Soulmates are always for me, they're always very different from each other. They're completely kind of opposites. But that's what makes things fiery and exciting, is their differences. But they always hold a connection. And even when they're far away from each other, that connection is always there, because they recognise that they don't have their other half there. And I feel in the month of September 2016, Scorpio, somebody is recognising that they don't have their other half there, and that's you. But they are reluctant, I feel, to come forward, because maybe there were obstacles in the past that needed to be overcome. So therefore for some of you guys, it could be maybe somebody is spying on you, somebody's watching you. Page of Swords is often the spy card. Maybe somebody's gathering more information about you. Maybe they're talking to your friends or family. How is she or he getting on? This type of thing. The Page of Swords can also mean, well, there could be a message that comes to you. After a long delay, there could be a direct message with this Page of Swords, where somebody is completely verbal and completely open about the situation. The Page of Swords also means to be open, to be truthful, to be upstanding, to be honest. No holds barred. We know that a page is young. We know that his ideas are young. We know that his mouth is young. We know that his communication is young. So he'll just come off. He'll babble everything out. That's what he does. Because that's what children do. If a child thinks your hair's horrible, it'll go, why is your hair so horrible? That's what a child does. And as the Page of Swords rules communication, we know that he's upfront with his communication. He won't let things hold back. So there could be some direct communication comes to you. Verbal communication, maybe from this individual. Maybe they want to get to the heart of the matter about you in the month of September. Maybe they want everything, all the cards on the table. But if this person doesn't come back, I feel that this person's energy is very much around you. And therefore the Page of Swords could be the advice that this person has the intention or the idea. Because remember, the Page of Swords is about fresh new ideas and a fresh new approach. And sometimes when you've got fresh new ideas, you want to take the initiative. So this person might have the initiative or take the initiative or want to take, because sometimes the swords can also mean that things are up in the air. So you might want to take the initiative, but do you follow through with it? This person might be ready to strike. The advice might be as well, okay, this person might not come back in September, but he may be ready to strike with that Page of Swords. I do feel that there's somebody around you guys. I feel the first scenario, yes, some of you guys, immature lover, turned your back on that person, you know, probably ignoring calls, because this person just is offering love that is childish, and what they're more focused on is kind of their own sexual needs and not really developing the relationship. So therefore there might be a choice to love. Okay, your advice card might be you need to speak your truth to this individual with the Page of Swords. Stand up for what you believe in. For some of you guys, if it's a case of somebody from the past that has not come back, maybe you felt a synchronicity with them in the month of August, with the moon showing as your advice card. It could be that they were feeling that same synchronicity with you also. And September is the month that they're really heavily considering this relationship. They've taken a pause on a particular person that they may have been with. Okay, and they're ready to strike. Page of Swords means ready to strike. So the advice card could mean this person is ready to strike, but just not yet. They just need that little bit more time just to gather a bit more information. Ready to strike with the Page of Swords, but also looking to maybe gather some more intelligence, as it were, either from their own brain or from others. Or if you're on Facebook, they might be checking you out there, that type of thing. But they just need that bit more time to gather some more intelligence before they actually do strike. Brilliant, brilliant reading. What we're going to do now, we're going to get a angel card and see what the angels are saying about this reading. Universe, Spirit. Well, what flipped out was the situation will improve. And it just flipped out. Okay? I didn't ask the question, so I'm going to pull another card. Universe, Spirit, what is your advice on the Scorpio reading for September 2016? Show me the advice card. What is it that you have to say, angels, to Scorpio, Sun, Moon and Rising signs, considering this reading for September 2016? Show me. Trust. The situation will improve. Trust. Okay, let's have a look at both of those things. So in a sentence, it's saying whatever it is that maybe you've been going through, Scorpio, know that the situation is going to improve concerning love. You just need to trust in it, okay? So maybe don't give up on something so easily, because maybe the ball is in somebody else's court, literally. Maybe there's just been obstacles and problems with the relationship in the past, and they need time to sort out what they're doing. They need time just to, you know, ascertain whether this is something that they really, really want to go through again. Let's have a look. Your angels want you to know that they are aware that things look difficult right now. However, the situation is going to improve. It may take some time and there will most likely be some hard work ahead of you, but the effort you put forth will be worth it and things are going to get better. Now is not the time to give up on wounded friendship, wow, or ailing relationships. There is still hope for the future, my goodness. And that card literally flipped out. Literally just rolled off the bat. Incredible. There is still hope for the future. Take heart and continue to work towards a partnership where both parties are fulfilled and happy in the future. Jeez. Incredible. Absolutely incredible, Scorpio. Your readings just get better and better. But this is what I was saying. Don't give up. We got trust next to read on, but it was almost like it was saying, look, don't give up. The situation will improve. Just trust. So for some of you guys, it could literally be somebody will come back, or somebody will be there for you that you think that you've lost. But maybe they're just taking their time to come forward because they're trying to be rational and they're trying to be sensible about the situation. There's no point in coming back to someone if it's just going to end in hurt all over again. They want to make sure that they're doing the right thing, Scorpio. Let's have a look at the next one. Trust. This is a time for trust. Sometimes there is no yes or no to a question. There are situations where we are better served by not knowing what is to come, so that the miracle can unfold before our very eyes. Like children opening a gift, part of the magic of our lives is found in the joy of surprise. Trust that your angels have something amazing in store for you, even if they can't quite tell you what it is yet. I think that's beautiful. So even though you don't know how this will unfold, it will unfold for you, okay? Just trust. The situation either way is going to improve for you. Don't give up on things just yet, all right? The person might not come back in the way that you expect them to come back. It might be in a totally different way. But I feel that for some of you guys, okay, you need to just trust. If you have a very strong feeling that somebody's still there with you, if you have a very strong feeling that maybe this person hasn't given up on you as you think they have done, then maybe the universe is saying to you, just trust in that feeling. I feel that this reading is really saying not to give up. Don't give up. If you feel that you've lost someone, Scorpio, it could very well be that you haven't actually lost them. There are energies all over you in the month of September 2016. They're just not ready to show it just yet. And it might be a very nice surprise in the way that they do. Okay, that's your reading for the month of September 2016, Scorpio. Thank you so much for joining me on Carol's Universe. And I'll see you. I'm probably going to do an expanded Celtic cross reading at some point going forward. I want to see what that comes out with. I love doing, and I'll show the cards on that. On bigger readings, I will show the cards. On general readings, I'll always be on screen because I enjoy connecting with you guys. But I'll see you guys soon, and take care. Bye-bye.